The buildings were going down like dominoes, and you were the only one left in their path. You managed to save the child, but no one was there to save you from what came next. The world moves in fragments, dust, screaming, the groan of steel giving way. You're running, always running, because that's what heroes do. The villain's quirk had destabilized the entire block, and now buildings are coming down like dominoes. Your lungs burn with exertion, and debris filled air as you guide a group of terrified civilians toward the evacuation zone. Keep moving, you shout, your voice hoarse. Don't look back. Somewhere in the chaos, you can hear Baku's explosions, that distinctive crack and boom that usually makes your heart swell with pride. Today it just sounds distant. Too distant. Kirishima's voice carries over the rumble too, strong and reassuring as he helps people to safety. Your boys, your heroes. You should have stayed closer to them. Now you think. The three of you usually work as a unit, covering each other's blind spots. But the crisis had scattered you across the disaster zone. There were just too many people, too much ground to cover. You're herding the last of your group around the corner when you hear it, a child crying. The sound pierces through everything else, high and terrified. Coming from an apartment building that's already listing too dangerously to one side. Its support structures are compromised, windows shattered, walls cracked like spider webs. You can see it wants to fall. It is going to fall. But that child is still inside. You don't hesitate. You never do. That's probably why Bakugo always calls you reckless. Why Kirishima makes you promise to be careful every time before patrol. You activate your quirk and move faster, faster than thought, faster than fear. The building's interior is a nightmare. Walls have caved in, floors have collapsed into each other, and everything is coated in a thick layer of dust that makes it hard to breathe. You pull your mask up and follow the crying. Hey child, I'm a hero. You call out. Keep making noise so I can find you. The sobbing gets louder, and you navigate through the destruction until you find her. A little girl, maybe 5 years old, trapped under a fallen bookshelf in what used to be someone else's living room. Her leg is pinned, but she's conscious and alert. That's great. Hey there, you say, forcing your voice into something calm and warm, despite the fear clawing at your throat. I'm going to get you out, okay? What's your name? Micah. She hiccups. Micah, that's a beautiful name. I'm going to lift the shelf, and I need you to crawl out as fast as you can. Can you do that for me? She nods, tears cutting clear tracks through the dust on her face. You position yourself, plant your feet, and lift. The bookshelf is heavier than it looks, but adrenaline keeps you strong. Micah scrambles, free, and you're about to tell her to head for the exit when the entire building shudders. The groan of metal and concrete is deafening. Everything starts to tilt. Run, you scream, pushing Micah ahead of you. She's fast, faster than you expected. and you're right behind her. You can see the doorway, see daylight beyond it, see the street where you'll both be safe. 10 more steps. 8. 5. The building comes down. You manage to throw Micah forward with the last of your strength, watching her tumble onto the pavement outside. And then something massive slams into your back. And then you're falling. And suddenly, there's pain everywhere and nowhere all at once. And everything goes dark. When you wake up, you're surprised that you do. You can't move. There is weight pressing down on you from every angle. Your right arm is bent beneath something solid. Your legs are buried. You can't even tell if you're lying face up or face down, because everything is just pressure and pain and dark. You try to call out, but your voice emerges as barely a whisper. Dust fills your mouth, your nose, your lungs. Each breath is a struggle. You can feel your quirk trying to activate, your body's automatic response to danger, but you're too weak, too broken. Somewhere above you, muffled by tons of rubble, you hear explosions. Katsuki. And then the sound of stone being moved, steady and relentless. Ijiro. They're looking for you. Of course they are. Why would you ever doubt that? But what if they can't find you in time? What if this is it? What if the last time you saw them was this morning, when Bakugo kissed you goodbye with his usual gruff affection, and Kirishima squeezed you tight enough to make you laugh? You don't want that to be the end. You have so much more life to live with them. So many more mornings, missions, quiet evenings at home. Bakugo teaching you that spicy recipe he's been perfecting. Kirishima's birthday next month. The vacation you'd all been planning. You can't die here. You won't. Here, you rasp, putting everything you have in that single word. I'm here. The explosions get closer. The rubble shifts above you. And suddenly, there's light, blinding and beautiful. And Kirishima's face appears in the gap. Red hair dusty, and eyes wide with desperate relief. I found them, he bellows over his shoulder. Baby, hold on, okay? We've got you. Always so damn reckless. Bakugo's voice comes, rough with something that might be fear. Hands, careful despite their strength, began moving debris off of you. Can't leave you alone for freaking 5 minutes. I just saved the kid. You manage. Yeah, we know. Kirishima says, his voice cracking. His hardened hands are so gentle as they work to free you. She told us where you are. You did good. They dig you out, piece by piece. And when you finally emerge from your concrete tomb, Bakugo immediately has you in his arms. His hands shake as he checks you over for injuries, and his eyes, those fierce red eyes you love, are suspiciously bright. Don't you ever. He starts, his voice rough as gravel. Ever do that again. Can't promise that. You ease, attempting a smile. Hero, remember? Our hero. Kirishima says, joining the embrace, wrapping around you, like he can shield you from the world through sheer determination. He's crying openly now, tears making clean tracks through the dust on his face. Our stupid, dumb, brave, incredible hero. The paramedics arrive, and Bakugo refuses to let you go, even as they try to examine you. Kirishima holds your hand the entire way to the ambulance, his grip unbreakable. You're injured, broken ribs, concussion, fractured arm, but alive. Later, in the hospital room, they sandwich you between them in the bed despite the nurse's protests. Bakugo's hand rests over your heart, feeling it beat. Kirishima's face is buried in your hair. Love you, idiots. You mumble, exhaustion finally pulling you under. Love you too, they say in one breath. And beneath the warmth of their bodies and the steady rhythm of their breathing, you finally feel safe enough to pass out in their arms. Thank you guys for listening. Hope you like this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. And goodbye.